Yeah, so tomorrow, guys.
Mhm. I was reading an article that they're going to do everything through Zoom. Like the groundhog's going to be on Zoom and it's going to make its
Oh my God.
prediction.
That's really cute.
What is the
Good.
Wait, but
groundhog's name, anyways?
What?
he's gonna be outside though, right?
Yeah, but like there's not going to be people there that are like waiting for him or her. I'm not sure.
Out of
Wait, I'm
curiosity,
thinking about Zoom versus like the news.
right? Like, how many people are usually in person at the Groundhogs? I guess it's probably a big thing, right?
It's like a ceremony.
It's got to be that thing that the town has like been looking forward to since last Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Are
What
you gonna
town is it?
Punxsutawney,
Oh,
Punxsutawney Phil.
Pennsylvania,
that's good.
Mhm.
Ah,
right?
the PA girl strikes again.
Aha, Punxsutawney, which actually where I grew up is not near Punxsutawney. That's okay.
I just like that.
Oh wait, so did you grow up at a place where this was a big deal? Did you ever go to Groundhog Day things?
No, well, like we always did stuff. Like there were like honestly, we did a craft every year. We talked about it every year. I feel like everyone where I grew up knew like, oh, 6 more weeks of winter, 6 more weeks of spring, like whatever it was.
For real?
Yeah, like knew, like I had like watched the news to see what had happened. Is this not a thing?
No.
I think
like
we
it
have
is-
like
it is
El
a
Nino
thing.
on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's a thing. Well, I grew up like my mom would watch that or whatever. We'd watch it on the news and see what it is, but it's not something that we held stock in because there are barely any seasons here.
Well, then how do you celebrate
Exactly.
Groundhog's Day?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like if you don't like do the whole like make a groundhog craft, like watch it on the news, like how do you celebrate Groundhog's Day then?
I mean, I didn't really when I was a kid, but in recent years, I watch a movie,
Oh, what movie?
Edge of Tomorrow,
Okay.
or it depends. I switch up sometimes, but lately I've been going Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I feel like that's like a little early in the year to watch a movie. I like save my like 10 movie quota towards later on in the year.
Okay.
Andy, for the love of God, watch more than 10 movies a year, please.
10 is like good, guys. 10 is like a lot.
okay, but Edge of Tomorrow is a good movie. It's a time loop movie where Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt have to like figure out like how to actually they're not really are they trying to break out of the time loop?
Well, they want to stay in the time loop because it's giving them a tactical advantage in a war against aliens.
Right. You should definitely watch it, Andy. Sounds right up your alley.
Yeah.
We're kind of sliding into Valentine's Day. I'm thinking more of like a romantic comedy type situation.
50
Okay.
First Dates.
Not quite 50 First
I've seen
Dates,
it.
but I'm thinking Palm Springs. A little bit of Andy
Oh.
Samberg action.
Yeah,
Loved
that's
it.
good.
Yeah, definitely one of the most underrated movies on Hulu out right now. Crazy funny.
It's
Andy, were you
nice.
shaking your head because you don't like it or you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. See, this is why I need Brandon here to like just know that I haven't seen anything and then like give me a quick synopsis.
Okay, so Palm Springs, another time loop movie,
Mhm.
where Andy Samberg, who is the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and
Mhm.
Saturday Night Live.
Lonely Island crew.
Yes.
I know who he is.
Oh, good. Okay. He is at a wedding in Palm Springs, and he's stuck in a time loop. And then, but in this one, what's different is he accidentally drags a girl into the time loop with him. And they get to now spend an eternity discovering what is the meaning of true love and how do you still love each other after an eternity together.
The great thing about this time loop movie is you don't know it's a time loop, but he's already in it. So so the whole concept of it is there's like a huge crag rock type area in the middle of Palm Springs where he brings people after they get super trashed and messed up, and he actually starts getting attacked out of nowhere, and it's some guy that he accidentally brought into the time loop with him. So while he's trying to reset the day because he's, spoiler alert, shot in the back with an arrow, I'll get into details later.
You can't
The
say
girl that
spoiler alert halfway through the plot of the movie.
Right. He's telling the whole movie.
Well, I want there to be a little bit of suspense. I won't go too far into the details. I'm not going to tell you how it resolves.
You know what? Speaking of suspense, I'm gonna throw one out there that me and Brandon watched the other day. Happy Death Day. Okay.
Heard of it?
Never heard of it?
No.
Oh my
Great
goodness. Oh, it's amazing. Okay. It's about a girl whose name is Tree. Okay. And it's a nickname. Or it's like short for something else, I assume. Like
Teresa.
Teresa. I think maybe that's it. And,
Trisha.
and-
Patricia.
I don't
I'm
know.
not done.
Anyways, Patricia or Patricia or Teresa or Therese is a college student, and she ends up in a time loop where she's getting murdered by the same person every day in different ways. So she's trying to solve her murder. And that's the premise for it. So you got the time loop, but you got her trying to also solve her murder. It mixes comedy and horror elements. So it's a lot of fun. You get the scares and you get to laugh. So you get the whole spectrum of feelings. It's really, really good. And there's a little romance in here too.
I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of all the horror. My favorite time loop movie is a classic. It's Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Okay, I've heard of Mickey.
What?
Yeah. It's so great.
What?
Wait, you've never seen it? It's so good.
No.
You guys, like, it's a 3-for-1. First of all, there's 3 stories. But my favorite that has the time loop is the Donald Duck story. And Huey, Louie, and Dewey wake up. They love Christmas. So they go out there, they start opening their presents, they take everything for granted and they're having a great time. Obviously, make a wish. They're like, I need Christmas to happen every day. And it happens every day. But, obviously they realize that family is super important. And that's the meaning of Christmas, not toys. So they break out of the time loop because of familial love. It's precious.
Okay,
I have
with
a question.
Yeah.
These are all talking about time loops, which is like fine, but I'm just a little confused as to what that has to do with Groundhog's Day.
it's like the overarching thing of Groundhog's Day, I believe.
Yeah.
Right. That's what Groundhog's Day is like all about.
But like, okay, so I don't talk about this much because it's like maybe weird, but I have this like, well, first of all, I think that Groundhog's Day is like about springtime, right? Like whether or not it's going to be winter for however much longer or spring sooner. Anyways, so like what I do is, you all know I don't watch movies. I have this like spring 2012 home and gardening edition that I keep in my bathroom in the little magazine thing. And like every Groundhog's Day, I take it out. And I know that's like maybe not as exciting as a movie, but like it's got this like recipe for an asparagus quiche I like to make on that holiday. And like, I know that none of the like pillow throw combos are like, I can't buy them anymore because it's like 2012 and this is like 2021. But like, I don't know, it's nostalgic from the before times.
What is happening?
You're so
I feel
precious.
like it's not, we can start a trend where it's not spring until Andi finds her catalog in the bathroom.
And makes a
Also,
quiche.
That's what I mean. Like it's about spring, right? Like I don't understand the time loop thing.
I don't get it. Are you suggesting that we all make quiches together? I
I
don't.
would love that.
Oh,
Here's the thing. I think you kind of answered your question though in that Groundhog Day is about time loops, whether you're going to be caught in one for another 6 weeks or not, because whether winter's going to continue or whether spring is coming.
So winter
That's
is
the
just
only logical conclusion.
It can be a time loop if you're stuck in it for extra weeks.
Is that what life on the East Coast is like?
yes, in winter, yes. Yes, it is a lot of like, you're still inside. Actually, it's a lot like, you know what it's been like when you're like now?
Tell me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this whole pandemic is a Groundhog's Day, you guys.
Yep.
No, too bad. No, don't like that.
How do I get out?
You don't want to do it the Palm Springs way. It involves explosives. We're not doing that.
I mean, the Happy Death Day way, you have to get killed over and over. I mean, that's not how you get out, but along the way, it happens.
Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, you learn a lesson.
Wait a minute. This is really off brand, but like, isn't there a movie called Groundhog's Day?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
it's like the grandfather of all time loop movies.
Maybe we
I cannot. Would you watch Groundhog's Day on Groundhog's Day every year?
Me no.
No.
That's a little on the nose, but I love Bill Murray.
I mean,
if it was anything like Zombieland,
Are you comparing
I'm talking about
to
Bill Murray.
Zombieland?
I'm talking about movies with Bill Murray in it that are hilarious.
Yeah, Groundhog Day.
Oh,
it has action. Their kid almost falls out of the tree and he catches the kid. It has love, creepy stalker love. Right? He literally like just is like, I'm gonna figure out like exactly what this woman wants. Unlike Palm Springs, where they're like, let's have eternity together. Instead, like she has no idea, but it's still love. That's what love is like for some people, right?
I think if you bring someone to your time loop, that kind of considers love. Yeah.
It has murder and death because he commits suicide.
A lot.
Yeah.
He stops like a heist or like an armored truck robbery.
No, he steals from the armored truck.
But
and
does he eventually stop it as well? Oh, he walks by and steals from the truck while it's open.
Yeah. And he learns a lesson.
Are we gonna watch it together?
I don't have the infrastructure to cast that yet, but I'm down.
I mean, I'll watch any of these except for that Mickey Mouse thing.
I'll watch the Mickey Mouse thing. I will watch Merry Christmas with You.
Thank you.
It doesn't even have Mickey Mouse in it.
Mickey Mouse is in one of the other stories. I said
He's
there's
not in the
3
time
for
loop
1.
He's not in the time loop one.
You're missing out.
So nothing is settled.
Groundhog Day is tomorrow.
Basically, any movie except Groundhog's Day and or Making Quiche from the 2012 edition of Good Housekeeping, Better Homes and Gardens.
I think I maybe conflated those two. It's Better Homes. No, it's Good Housekeeping.
Nice.
But I'll read you my magazine if you want.
I'm in.
Wait, it's settled.
Yeah,
Andy will read to all of us.
Can't wait.